Hello, I'm Dr. Terry Susan Fine, Content Specialist for the Florida Joint Center for Citizenship, which is part of the School of Politics, Security, and International Affairs at the University of Central Florida in Orlando. Welcome to our Middle School Civics Highlights series. We'll be focusing our attention on Benchmark 2.3, Identify and Apply the Rights Contained in the Bill of Rights and Other Amendments to the U.S. Constitution. In Part 2, we will be using scenarios to identify rights in the U.S. Bill of Rights and to recognize violations of those rights. We're going to be identifying and recognizing these rights and their violations so that we can have a better sense about how our events that go on around us support or do not support the rights that are guaranteed in the U.S. Bill of Rights. First, we're going to describe scenarios to identify rights protected by the Bill of Rights. What you see in front of you is a peace petition. This peace petition, as you can see, there's a petition and there's language. It's really very interesting, and then some signatures. The right to petition the government for redress of grievances is included in the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. And so because there is this right that's protected, that means that the people who signed this petition should be confident that by signing the petition and knowing that the petition is going to be going to the government seeking peace, a peace petition, that they would not be arrested or somehow charged for a crime for participating in this petition. Now we're going to describe scenarios to recognize violations of other constitutional amendments. So in the previous slide, we looked at the right to petition the government for redress of grievances. And so in petitioning the government, that is a right included in the U.S. Bill of Rights. But in order for us to give a broader examination of these issues, we also need to look at other constitutional amendments and other violations that citizens experience to their rights that are protected by these later constitutional amendments. So what we have here is we have a picture, a cartoon of a wall. And in looking at this wall, what we see is we see the wall says voting discrimination. Physically, this means that the citizens who are lined up outside the wall can't get past whatever's on the other side of the wall. The wall is much higher and much taller than they are. Right? It's much higher and much taller than they are. And it represents voting discrimination. So the question is, how do these other amendments represent and address voting discrimination? Well, the 15th Amendment included a focus on taking away the right of states to impose voting discrimination on people because of their race. The 19th Amendment focused on denying states the right to discriminate against voters because of their sex, because they were women. And then the 26th Amendment denied states the right to deny voting discrimination to people because of their age, as long as they were at least 18 years of age. So in essence, those amendments based on race, sex, and age, combined with the 24th Amendment, which also said to states, you cannot impose poll taxes on people. You cannot make people have to pay for the right to vote. That was also another barrier, another wall that was preventing people from being able to exercise their right to vote. So in essence, those amendments, the 15th Amendment, the 19th Amendment, the 24th Amendment, and the 26th Amendment had the impact of, in essence, breaking down this wall of voting discrimination, right? That was the intent. And what are all the people doing in this big line who want to get past this wall? They're carrying a sign that says equal rights. Well, where equal rights come from is related to the 13th and the 14th Amendment. The 13th Amendment, by eliminating slavery, reflects the idea that some man can't be free and other men can't be slave. That's not equality. We're going to be eliminating slavery. So that promotes equal rights. And then the 14th Amendment has a specific protection saying that the states cannot deny to persons living in those states, whether citizen or not, their equal protection of the law. So what I really like about this political cartoon is that it's a nice symbol of a wall of discrimination, and we can relate the 13th, 14th, 15th, 19th, 24th, and 26th Amendment all to the different symbols in this political cartoon. We have a wall, the wall is labeled, we have a line of people who are carrying a sign. So there aren't that many symbols in the cartoon to interpret, but the cartoon itself certainly holds a lot of meaning for us. Thank you for joining me for Middle School Civics Highlights. Do you still have questions? Please contact us using the information that appears on the screen. Till next time, I'm Dr. Terry Susan Fine. Thank you for joining me.